What's up, Helix users, HX Stompers, and ToneX people? Welcome to this video where I'm going to be showing you how to use your ToneX with your HX gear in probably the most effective way that I've figured out. Been messing with this for the whole morning here, and I'm really excited about this because touring season is coming up, and that means that we're going to be doing 2 months overseas all across Europe with Jessica Lynn. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm always looking for ways to minimize my rig and make my traveling life a lot easier. For the past 6 years, I've been exclusively on Helix, but now that I've got this new ToneX pedal, I've been experimenting with ways to use it in conjunction with my HX Stomp, and it's pretty awesome. So what I'm doing here, and if you don't know what the ToneX is, I have a bunch of videos on it also already, but the ToneX is basically my real amps. So the stuff that you see here, my Soldano SLO30 and my Matchless DC30, those are the kind of the main amps that I want to take and use live. And yes, they exist in the Helix, but it's a little bit different when you get to really mic up and make your own captures and your profiles. It's different. I mean, can I dial in a preset to sound almost identical? I'm sure I could, but that takes a lot more time than it does to simply, I got my mic set up, just put it in front of the cab, make my capture, and it's going to sound exactly the way that I want it to because I know how it sounds in the room, I know how it sounds in the studio, and I know it's going to translate live. So I'm really digging this whole capture thing. This whole little profile era that we're in right now is really awesome. So how I'm using this with the HX Stomp, I am in snapshot mode on the HX Stomp, and I'm using the MIDI out to change the channels of the ToneX pedal. And for those of you that don't know this, the ToneX pedal is also seamless switching. So there's no gap when you're changing channels. I'll show you guys that as we go along. So let me show you what I have set up in this preset, or both presets, I guess, because we're going to be working out of both. So let's take a look first at ToneX. So this is the ToneX librarian where you house all of your captures. These are the ones that I made, the SLO here. These are the ones that I made here. The ones that have the SS at the end of those are the ones that I made and I put in these banks. And here, right on here, you have nice handy program change so that when you're using MIDI, you could just pop those numbers in and change them accordingly. So that's pretty much all I need out of the ToneX, right? I already made my preset. I've got my reverb off in these because I'm going to use the reverb in the HX Stomp. And now let's take a look at HX Edit for this preset that I have here. So what I'm doing here, I have my 3 snapshots. I have a cleaner snapshot, I have the SLO-OD snapshot, and I have my matchless snapshot. So how I'm picturing this is that my matchless snapshot's going to be regular run-of-the-mill, barely broken up clean tone. And then this is all just for fun too. I just threw this together. Then my cleaner preset, I put a harmonic trem on and some delay and reverb to make it a nice washy sound. And then my SLO-OD is going to be my solo boost where I have the duck delay, I've got my reverb, and I'm hitting that in the front with a horizon drive. But I want to show you how I set this up also. So if I just show you, if I just hit my snapshot buttons on the HX Stomp, you'll see that these changes are reflected right here on the ToneX pedal. So how we set that up, we just have to go to our handy dandy command center. And what I have set up here, the way it works with ToneX is program changes. So all you have to do is go to your instant commands here, make sure you're on snapshot 1, and then you're just going to make sure everything's on channel 1. You can make sure that, I think the ToneX comes on channel 1. It should be on channel 1 when you get it. Keep your banks off, those don't matter, and program 0. So in ToneX, program change 0 is my cleaner sound. And then when I go to snapshot 2, that's program 1 because it was 001 in the ToneX software. And when I go to number 3, that is program number 3. And those are the numbers that were on the ToneX in that list. And this is all one instant command. So just one instant command being sent to the ToneX pedal, and that's being controlled by all 3 of your snapshots. So let's take a look at this snapshot 1, which is my matchless sound with a real DC30. I've also mic'd this up with a Royer 121, a 57, going through my all my rack gear, all my mic pre's and stuff. So this is like a very expensive and high-end setup. And that's also why I like having this on the road, because it's a $1,500 microphone and these amps go for like $6,000. The rack gear is a couple $1,000. So there's a lot of money just being crammed into one single tone. And that's another benefit of using this stuff versus the Helix amp models, is that there's a lot more customization to what I want it to sound like. I designed this stuff in my studio to sound a certain way, and I craft it to sound a certain way, and I'm able to take all of that and put it into this ToneX box, so it's really cool. Here is that matchless capture. And I'm also using my #1 Rode guitar. This is my iconic guitars. Now I hit snapshot 1. This is my cleaner sound, and this is gonna have that tremolo sound. So this is the SLO crunch channel that is kind of set to an edge of breakup clean, and I've got the harmonic tremolo being controlled by snapshot. There, you can see my harmonic trem settings, and I've just got this little ping pong delay and the dynamic plate. A lot of this is just stock pulled up. I just pulled these effects up and just made this to experiment. I'll probably take an HX Stomp XL and really try to maximize this. If you guys want to see any of that, let me know in the comments what you want to see. And now my last snapshot's gonna change me to my SLO on the dirty channel. So this is the overdrive channel of the SLO. This is gonna be a really heavy lead sound that I'm gonna use for a solo boost. You can check out, this is the Horizon drive that I have in here. This is the effects loop, by the way. I didn't even mention, I'm putting the ToneX in an effects loop, and that's how I'm doing this. And you'll see on the return, I have this set to be a 2.5 dB boost on the way in, just to give me something a little bit extra for a solo boost. And then I've got my delay. This one I'm using the duck delay, so the duck delay is really cool because it's the only time everybody actually meant to type the word ducked or ducking. And when you play, the delays stay out of your way, and when you let notes sustain, the delay hits it harder. So that's a brief look on how you can use your HX Stomp or your HX rig alongside the ToneX pedal, throw it in an effects loop, control it with MIDI, have seamless switching. Oh yeah, let's show the seamless switching first. Check this out. So I can go. So there you see, we have no gap in the audio, which is really a huge plus, so it can be used just the same as snapshots, and change your amp models or your amp profiles, captures, whatever you want to call them, seamlessly with the effects that you change in the HX. This combination is going to be absolutely lethal, and it's so fun to play with. I'm really having a great time with this. Let me know what type of ToneX and Helix HX combination stuff you want to see in the future, and if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.